If you're like me, then, well, I'm sorry. I know, it's hard. Waking up every morning, having to look in the mirror only to see that staring back at you, it's enough to drive a person. If you're like me, then you suffer from hangovers. You know what they are, you know what they do. A hangover, for the children watching, is the experience of various unpleasant physiological and psychological effects following the consumption of ethanol as found in wine, beer and distilled spirits. It's why mummy cries so much in the morning after she's been out with friends, or why daddy lays on the sofa all of Sunday eating day-old pizza and whimpering softly. It's also something that, as you get older, seems to get worse. Everyone has their go-to games to play when actually drinking, if not drunk, but I've always had a list of go-to games that I'll turn to in case of severe hangover too. And, thanks to the fact that I'm now old as shit, I have to turn to that list more often than not. As such, why not share? But Ian, you cry stupidly, why not mitigate the effects of a hangover by imbibing less alcohol or avoid its impact altogether by stopping drinking entirely? Ha! I say in retort. Shut up. List begins. Sorry for shouting if you have a hangover. Number 1. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Specifically, Metal Gear Solid 5 when you're ignoring the main story or anything remotely stressful or difficult about it. This is a playground of the best sort, ideal for just dicking about and trying out new exciting things. Or, if you're hungover and incapable of being creative in any way, shape or headachy form, you can just hook up your active camo heat vision and sniper rifle to become a pot-shotting predator. MGS5 is an incredible game whenever you play it, but the hungover experience is something to behold and definitely something to recommend. It's piling up corpses and planting C4 on them, it's running your horse through groups of enemy troops then making it do a poo. It's just having a lot of fun, the game catering for that fact, and none of it mattering in any way. Flawless. Number 2. Pro Evolution Soccer, whatever year you want it to be. When you're hungover, there's little better than playing a bit of digital footy, and PES is the go-to for me because FIFA can suck a fat one. Pro Evo for life, yo! God, I'm so street. But this has to be a very specific version of Pro Evo. I don't mean the number or year at the end of the title, no. This is specific in that when hungover you have to pick one of the game's better teams, like Spain or Everton, you have to play against one of the game's worst teams, like England or Liverpool, and you have to knock that difficulty all the way down. Nobody likes frustration when they're hungover, and your reaction times are shot anyway thanks to your mate Carl demanding you quaff that 15th Foster's Radler. As such, anything other than piss easy just won't do, and the fun you'll have spanking in rooster boosters from 25 metres out will help while away those hours until you can finally accept the sweet embrace of death. Sleep, not death. Don't die. Number 3. Plague Inc. If you're anything like me, don't worry, I've already done that joke about it being horrible to be like me, then you are convinced as soon as you have a hangover that it's the end of the world, you're definitely infected with some kind of ultra Ebola, and you should make your peace with everyone. So what better way to celebrate your impending demise than by playing the oddly relaxing game of popping bubbles and ending the world? Plague Inc. is very simple and very brilliant. Is very brilliant a thing? I don't know. But it is that, and it'll help distract you from the fact that your brain is leaking out through your ears by making you make people have their brains leak out through their ears. Number 4. Stardew Valley. I'd go so far as to say Stardew Valley is peak hangover game. While it has deadlines and goals to achieve, it's rarely on a strict timer, and if it is, it doesn't actually matter. This is a bright, cheery game that lets you get on with doing what you want at your own pace, and that makes it perfect for the day after the night before. You might want to stay away from the mines, or avoid brewing beer or wine if you're feeling particularly delicate mind, as otherwise you might end up farming your stomach contents all up in your gaff. Vomiting. I mean, you'll be sick. Stardew Valley's better than vomit, that's what I mean, Jesus Christ. Number 5. Forza Horizon 3. If you can ignore the awful aspirational party time, hey we all shop at Gap bullshit of the Horizon series, then you're a better person than I am. But it's a wonderful series for hangover play, mainly because you don't actually have to get involved in any competitive races if you don't want to. Most other racing games are good for hangovers too, as they induce that trance you get into when doing lap after lap. But it's Forza Horizon 3 that's freshest in my mind, and definitely one of the best for the task. Just ignore that bunch of cheery pricks all around you. Number 6. Elite Dangerous. If you ever get the feeling of crushing insignificance that often accompanies a hangover, Elite Dangerous it won't help, that's what I want to say. If you just want to float around in a void and stare at some stars and planets for a while though, then you're all set. Just, look, don't let it become an existential thing. They're bad hangovers, those. Number 7. Saints Row 4. dickhead idiocy done right, Saints Row 4 is the best in the series for just mucking about, and as such it's the best one to play with a hangover. Not only will the decent jokes become brilliant thanks to your dulled intellect, you'll also get a kick out of being an overpowered sumbitch going around hyper dick kicking all those alien shitheels. I mean, GTA and Just Cause fit the bill too, but GTA is way too po-faced apart from Trevor obviously, and Just Cause forces you to walk if you're not in a vehicle. Walk! In my state, when I could fly like a super bastard. I mean honestly, the things we have to go through just because we did shots of whiskey in our eyeballs the night prior. Number 8, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. We've all got that daft, easy action film we turn to when there's something wrong physically or mentally. Illness, tiredness, a bout of depression, whatever it might be, it causes us to drop into fallback mode and go for something comfortable. Uncharted 2 is that something comfortable for me. While I can see it's aged and it gets frustrating towards the end, it's another one where if you put it on easy and just cruise through a few chapters, Nathan Drake's easy charm and the care with which the whole thing was put together all those 10 million years ago comes together like a warm blanket made of games or something. What I mean is I want Sully to be my dad. Number 9, Tekken 2. And hopping nicely from one filmic comfort food game to a pure piece of nostalgic comfort game fighting food, Tekken 2 isn't the best in the series because it's not Tekken 3 or Tekken 6, but it is the one that solidified my love for the series. As such, it's the perfect nostalgic simple antidote to my increasingly worried mind inventing terrible situations in which my hangover will either kill me or cause some terrible strain on my family and or friends somehow, because that's what hangovers do. By allowing me to deck a robot as a Lucha Libre Jaguar mask sporting orphan lover, Tekken 2 distracts and comforts my brain like a duvet covered in fairy lights. Number 10, Red Faction Guerrilla. Thinking is bullshit. Consideration is for people with healthy minds and bodies. Smashing shit and strapping explosives to everything and everyone is what you need to do when hungover. Red Faction Guerrilla lets you smash down entire buildings with a hammer. Yep, that'll do. Number 11, Flower. Because sometimes you need to appear like you're one of those people who pretends to like artsy games just to improve how they're perceived on Twitter. Oh, Flower is such a wonderful indie title, straddling the gap between engaging mechanics and a biting commentary on how the modern world has lost touch with all that which we came from. A modern-day satire that snuck out under the noses of the corporate moneymen while at the same time sending up all that they think is great about society today. I mean, I say it like a twat, but I actually believe it too. What can you do? Flower is really sweet, cute, and relaxing, and is perfect hangover fodder just to get back to the point at hand. Relaxification. Thy name is Flower. Number 12, Hitman. You'll do it wrong, that much is guaranteed. You'll slip up because your reactions aren't top notch, or you lose concentration for a second, or your dry heaves make you mash the buttons on the pad causing you to accidentally slaughter an innocent passerby. You will do it wrong. But that's not the point. Hitman is, like the game I opened this list with, Metal Gear Solid 5, a game that rewards you for experimenting. It allows you to pace yourself, to take your time, it rarely rushes you and always gives you alternatives. And importantly, it also lets you gun every motherfucker down should you mess up, or if you just decide to because your mind crisis has reached the point where you just need to lash out at something and the actions of a lone baldman on a violent spree can be a proxy for the violence you truly wish to deliver to this uncaring world around you, this world that had the temerity to put such an irritating pain in your head and make you crave sugar and eat that whole packet of Jaffa cakes, that bastard of a world. Hitman's good for a hangover. Hitman is good for a hangover. List is over, but not your life. That's just the physiological conditions of the hangover along with the psychological effects it can have on you. You're just a bit headachy, tired and depressed. It'll be okay tomorrow. Eat some food. Eat some Chinese food. And that's another Bransfield list. Thanks for drinking it in, man. If you enjoyed, it'd be good if you liked, shared and subscribed. I'll owe you a beer. A beer I will never ever actually buy for you because drinking is bad and you shouldn't do it. Goodbye now.